Hi everyone, we're here for leftover bloom day. So during the week with my creations, I always have a little leftover white, a little leftover mica powders, just a bunch of little leftovers, and I pour them in the edge of molds and then set them aside to do blooms in them because, you know, blooms are my favorite thing. I mixed up some craft resin, the tabletop. It's a thicker viscosity resin. It did warm up to 34 degrees Celsius, and I've been fooling around, so it's a little bit warmer than I really would like being a thicker viscosity resin, but we are going to go with it. Hopefully we'll get some success out of the 4. I am using Satori White from Eye Candy as my white, and I've, as you can see, have no room on my table, so I have a good bit of resin in my cup. I'm thinking it's probably even 2 ounces, so I'm doing a decent bit on my stick. All right, I'm going to give it a good stir. It's a good thing I'm doing this morning before it gets, my workroom, the cooling has not been able to keep up with how warm it's been. I think the real temperature is going to be 106, 107 today. So I definitely will not be up here working. I may have done this a little too heavy. So let's fix that by adding some Magnolia Shimmer. This kind of just loosens it up a bit. I could also put an alcohol ink or a little bit of alcohol in there, but I'm going to use some shimmer because y'all know I love some shimmer. Just the tip of my spoon. It is a very lightweight product, but it does tend to, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, feather my blooms a little. So if my blooms are too thick or if I put too much white, sometimes I'll add some shimmer just to try and attempt to help it. All right. I'm going to set that aside for a minute. I've only grabbed 4 alcohol inks because these are small molds. I don't need to do a lot in them. I think in the first one I'm going to do, I have to stand up to reach everything, Octopus Fluids Alcohol Ink Plum. I'm hoping I picked up. Sometimes I'm like, pick a different color. Don't try to match because you'll never match. I'm going to do 2. In my mold right here with the white edge, the white shimmery edge, I'm going to do royal blue. And you could see that the ink is having a difficult time spreading because it's so warm. My resin is warm. All right, then I drop these 2. What do I want to do? This is dragon fruit. I'm opening them to the side because they have crunchy bits. Can you see the crunchy bits? And I don't want to drop them in there. Let's do 2. And then fuchsia. The white does mute the colors a little. And I am just doing in the center, nothing funny or weird today. Just traditional spirals, I think. All right, I've got my piping bag ready. I am going to have extra white, so I'm probably going to be doing an edge of a mold again, or filling a flower or whatever I do with the extra. I keep these little flowers around too, to use for my extra. I might try to alternate which one's in front of me to make this easier. I'll start with this one. Boy, today I've been losing everything. And now I've lost my scissors. Oh no. Oh, I was opening a new box of sticks. So I wandered around with them. All right, I got it. I'm back. I don't need to be fooling around because the resin is super warm, but I am. All right, for this one, I think I'm just gonna do 3 spirals, or sort of 3 spirals, because I'm gonna start in the center. Come over here. That one didn't get to be very big because I ran out of space. Let's go ahead and, oh, I'm really making it all different sizes, aren't I? Let's try to fix it a bit. All right, let's go ahead and line that one while we're here. When the resin's thick, it's trickier because you can see it's kind of blobbing over. All right, one down, 3 to go. Just push that out of my way. Pop this one in front of me. Maybe I'll do that one right there. You could see the little spikes where it's trying to move in the resin. I should have used my decorum inks since it was so thick. This one actually, let's do it's really hard to do drops when your resin is super thick. Because it will break off. And then our last one. Let's do all right, now let me grab a paper towel real quick. Didn't have any left over. And the whites, sometimes when you're doing your lines, stick to the whatever you're using and you get little pieces of stuff you're like dragging through the resin. Don't get me wrong, I love a good baby wipe, but sometimes. All right, this one we're just gonna do. I love how the circles make hearts. So cute. See, it's so thick. Pull it around too much. This one, let's do outs. I don't even know that these are going to bloom. The resin is so thick. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hate how this white stuck to my stick and messed up my swirl. All right. I'll probably back these on my own if they're worth anything, and then we will come back to look at them. All right, we're back for leftover bloom day. I think this one, since it has a white edge, I think I'm gonna do the dark gray, which I have here. I think I might only need an ounce or two, so let me grab a cup. I've poured my resin here. So I have 7 ounces or 6.5 ounces. Let's go down to 5. All right, I think that's enough. Let's take our gray. It's a gray silver, so I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping it's dark enough for the white bloom and still allows the blue to be there. The blue may fade into it though. This one was a tough call because of the white edge. I almost went with like an apricot, but I second guessed myself. And I'm second guessing myself now whether I should add some blue drops into it to give it a blue tint. But you know what? I think we're just gonna go with it. It's like a pewter almost. So let me get up and let me just slide some over so I don't overfill the mold. All right, that'll all move into its place. So that was an easy one. We'll see how it turns out. All right, for the next two, I'm just thinking simple black. I have this black. I think we'll use that and grab a little cup. The amount, I think we're looking at 2 to 3 ounces. So let me look at my cup. Doesn't feel very heavy, but let's give it a little bit more. All right. All right, so I'm just going to use this Decorum black paste. You don't have to use very much of it at all. Just a little drop will go a long way. I think you can never go wrong with pink and black. or even a dark blue would probably be nice, but just super dark so that the bloom shows through. This one, I think this is the one I'm a little worried about my center on. It's kind of a little screwy with it, but we'll see what it looks like. You never know. You just never know the magic of resin. All right, let's start here. Dump some in there. Dump some in there. I think I need a little bit more over here. Just put it to the side for a second so I can give it a little shove around. I may have over poured that one, but that's okay. It's a little bit domed, but that's okay. This other one looks fine. All right, now for this last one, I was thinking dark purple, but then I saw I had this really pretty lavender and I thought, let's do lavender. Hoping our bloom will still stand out in it. Well, I guess I should put my resin in there first. I think that's just slightly over an ounce that we need. I might have put too much in here. We'll see. Just a little bit of our lavender. You don't really have to use much mica powder for these. If you're just coloring their backs, you don't have to worry about weight. I hope this looks okay. The edge is dark because I had leftover purple mica, and then I just put my extra white on top of it to fill the edge. That's a pretty color though. We'll see how it works out. Make sure it's mixed in well. All right. Oh, poured a bit much there, didn't I? All right, let's give it a little shove around. Just helping it get all the way to the edge. I've only been letting them cure for 4 hours, so that means the mica is still, the resin's still a little soft. And if you don't hurry up and push it off to the edge, you might get a little divot where the resin tries to go through the uncured resin. So I want to avoid that. I've got a little bit of this left. I'm going to end up making more molds with the edges done because I have extra here. I've always got projects going, different things. All right, we'll be back when it's time to unmold these. I'll hit them with heat where they won't overflow. I'll use my heat gun here, maybe some alcohol spray on the other ones if they're not too full. If I think they're too full, I'll just use my torch. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll be back when it's time to unmold them. So I took my leftover clear, then I pulled together my lavender, then my, I believe, black paste next, then maybe a little gray, and then a little bit more clear, and then that was it to create the Crackle coaster. All right, time to wrap up leftover day. Start with our big one in the back. Look at that. Not bad for a leftover. Still a little soft. I'm going to put it down on its front. All right, which one should we do next? Let's do this one. Let's see. All right. Ooh, I like this leftover one. Look at that. That came out super cool. All right, this one's going to be a little trickier to get out. Always is. Ah. There we go. All right. Oh, I was worried about the center of this one, but I think that's not bad at all. And I think the colors work with it. I think it's actually pretty cool. That came out good. That was a good leftover. All right, let's see how this last one did. See if we had a successful leftover day. I love it when I have good leftover days. All right. Ooh, look at that one. Okay, I don't know which one's my favorite. I do like this one a lot. I don't know what my favorite one is. Oh, is it this one? Now, I'm not a huge fan of gray, so maybe this one isn't my favorite. Let's see. I do like this one a lot. I do like that. That came out really cool. I wish I had used more of a pink alcohol ink, but that came out really cool. And then there's this one. That one looks like a photograph. This is a tough leftover day call. I don't know. I like them all. Oh, one more. So I had left over just a little bit of resin and some black and some gray and some purple. So it wasn't warmed up or anything. I got this little piece on there I wanted to get off. Distracted. So I threw it all in a mold. Our gray, our black, and our purple. It's still a little soft. I don't know. I'm not sure we'll be able to get it out yet, but we can give it a go. I'm not sure what the black would have done because it's heavier than the rest of the stuff. But, you know, whenever you got leftovers, you just throw them in. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Is this my favorite from leftover day, which just happens to be leftovers from today? Oy vey, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll have to let this harden because it's still too soft. But that's a perfect Crackle Ghoster. Ooh, this is a tough leftover day. I like them all. Leftover day was a huge success. Thanks for watching.